Mic check. Testing. UPC 004 about to get underway. We've got a fun show for you guys tonight. I'm looking forward to showing you guys some awesome battles that we've got lined up. Alright, let's get into this. It's time. Kai, welcome. UPC time, let's do this. Make sure I got the right rhythms playing for this one. Let's go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the UPC for episode 4 of the ladder series. We've got Kai, we've got Roy in the building. How you doing, Roy? Welcome. One of our competitors tonight. Today is a very Shogun heavy episode. 2 of the 3 matches that have been shown tonight feature myself, including today's headline battle, which is myself versus Sean in what is affectionately referred to around here as the Classico. And it's definitely a good match. One that you guys are going to enjoy watching. I'm also playing against Tyrone as well, who is very, very high up in the table and a very difficult opponent for everyone. So, yeah, 2 very, very tough matches for myself. And Roy against Ravi, always a good match to watch. Always worthy of being called a Classico in itself, because those matches are always good to watch. I haven't watched this one, so I'm going to be seeing it at the same time as you guys. And again, I'm expecting one hell of a match. So I hope you guys are ready for some awesome Pokemon content. Roy is looking forward to seeing me get spun. I do have probably the hardest possible week. Sean is a little bit out of form recently, so that could potentially go in my favor. But Tyrone is in the form of his life, beating pretty much everybody at the moment. And that is going to be today's first battle. That is going to be the opener, myself against Tyrone. It's going to be a tough one. We've also got some announcements today, some Pokemon news for people as well. If you keep watching, I will have a special code for players of the game where you can get yourself a free weakness policy, which is one of the rarest and one of the potentially most dangerous items in the game. you could have one of those for yourself. Normally, very hard to get hold of unless you're very proficient with the Cramomatic, but there is a free one available by code. So I'll be giving that code out in the chat later on. But today's first battle is going to be myself against Tyrone, which is going to be an interesting one to watch. As it stands, I've never lost to Tyrone. I've always beaten him, but it's always been a tense battle, a tough battle. And he has a great record against the likes of Sean, who ironically has a great record against me, but for some reason I always manage to beat Tyrone. Could this be the day where that all changes though? Potentially. He's in the form of his life. I am quite clearly not, shall we say. But let's get into this battle. Let's do this. Here we go. So, myself against Tyrone. Let's have a look at this as the trainers get settled in and pick their teams. The standard UPC rules, of course. 1 to 6, level 50. And the team, you're going to see this from the Shogun Ash perspective. The team that is being picked is this one here with the Dragapult, the Weavile, the Ferrothorn, Grimmsnarl, Seismitoad, the classic Seismitoad, and the Dragonite, which is a relatively new addition to the team and one that seems to be doing pretty okay recently. So let's see if it can do well in this instance, and it's faced up against a very, very good side there. That is going to be a tough team to beat. Garchomp and Lapras, very, very good Pokemon. Gengar used to be a regular in the Shogun Ash team, not so much these days. Of course, the customary fire type there, Cinderace. Mimikyu, also a problem, and Corviknight is just a very, very good pivot to have. Is Tyrone finally going to break his curse? Smell like pasta salt in the building. Here we get some big ups for the guy. Let's see if Tyrone finally manages to end the streak. We were just talking about that. He might be able to end the streak today. Let's see if this is going to happen. So the teams have been picked. And let's see. Oh, it's a tense one. It's a tense one to start with. So out starts the Corviknight there. Good lead. And Grimmsnarl is the Shogun Ash lead there. Able to set up screens very effectively. Now, Corviknight still has the ability to do a lot of damage to Grimmsnarl with steel type attacks. So, got to be careful for that. Setting up the Reflect, though, is a good way to mitigate the damage of potentially Iron Head or Steel Wing moves like that. But the bulk up there, it's a free bulk up. Tyrone definitely predicted that Shogun would be going for an early setup, and that makes things a little bit tricky, because as he continues to bulk up there, the damage that would have been half is suddenly now pretty much as it would have been, and an Iron Head at this point would be pretty much a death sentence. So Shogun looking for the swap out here to take on whatever attack they come with here. Ferrothorn could be an option with the Iron Barbs. A physical attack is very likely to come through here. So some extra chip damage to punish. That could be an option here. There's a lot of thought going into this. Weavile would probably be a bad choice at this point, despite being able to hit hard with a couple of moves there. It is going into a very well set up Corviknight, and this could be an issue as the Dynamax is in there as well for additional bulk. And out comes that Gigantamax Corviknight there. How's this going to go? So the G-Max Wind Rage gets rid of the screens, and that is less than ideal. And of course, because it's in Gigantamax form, it doesn't actually make physical contact. So there's no punishment for it there at all. And Ferrothorn could be in a bit of a problem here, but it goes for the Leech Seed. So Max Steel Spike is going to come out now and boost the defense of the Corviknight, but Ferrothorn is going to be able to tank that. It's going to be able to tank it quite well there. It does get the defense boost, but Leech Seed absolutely ignores that and takes the health down by a percentage, and also heals the Pokemon on the opposite side as well. So that is probably as good as Ferrothorn could do. So the Leech Seed taking some damage, or doing some damage, should I say, and healing the Ferrothorn as well. Ferrothorn back in a good position, and Shogun's now going to swap out into the Dragonite. Now this Dragonite has recently gone for a little bit of surgery behind the scenes there, and it's changed its ability to multi-scale, which means that from full HP it doesn't take full damage there. And essentially what that means is with this Dynamax turn, it's pretty much been null and voided. No Pokemon taken out, and also this Corviknight is now in a bit of a sticky situation due to the Leech Seed. So this is now interesting. What is Dragonite got? Now obviously has access to Thunder Punch there. Thunder Punch would do a fair bit of damage even with the additional bulk here. It's scouting for a potential switch that would be problematic there. It's unlikely its Corviknight's going to switch out, but if it did switch into the Garchomp, it would be a free switch on his Thunder Punch. Now, is Tyrone going to stick or switch here? He's done quite a lot of boosting. So to switch out would lose all those boosts. But then to stay in, does he feel confident that he can take out this Dragonite? Well, the Thunder Punch is there, does some damage, doesn't get that paralysis that he was potentially hoping for there. So the leftovers is healing the Corviknight, and the Leech Seed is taking that health back down and healing the Dragonite. This is quite interesting here. So now that Dragonite isn't at full health, it's going to take full damage from the Iron Head. Now the multi-scale only works at maximum HP here. So what is Dragonite's play here? Looks like Dragonite's going for another Thunder Punch. A paralysis at this point would be great, but we don't know if we're going to get that. So Corviknight stays in. The Thunder Punch does big damage there. That is a critical hit. Do we get the paralysis? We don't get the paralysis, but we get some healing there from that Shell Bell as well. And the Body Press is going to come in and probably not do that much damage. It doesn't, because of the resistance there from Dragonite's flying type. So Corviknight now in a pretty bad position here. If not for those leftovers, the Leech Seed would have taken it out. And Dragonite is over half HP here and could take out this Corviknight. And it seems like it probably will. A Thunder Punch at this point should take it out. Pretty much anything should take it out here. Now it depends. Does this Corviknight have any additional utility if it swaps out and comes back in? That is the question here. That is a decision that Tyrone has to make. It seems like he's giving it some thought here, and he's stayed in. And the Thunder Punch is going to get rid of that. And that is a pretty decent start there for Shogun. First blood to Shogun there. And what is Tyrone going to go for next? I imagine that Garchomp is a strong contender. There's also Mimikyu as well. Both of those are capable of doing super effective damage to Dragonite and quite a lot of damage as well. It's going to be an interesting decision here. Potentially a pivotal one. Let's see what comes out here. So it is the Mimikyu. So what is the play here? Does... So, ooh, the Dynamax here, okay. Dynamax into a Max Airstream could be interesting. It decided against the Dynamax. Okay, so dual Wing Beat would be able to knock out the Disguise and then do some additional damage with the second hit. It's a pretty good choice there. Of course, it would need to outspeed this Mimikyu. Because Mimikyu, if it goes for Play Rough this first turn, then Dragonite is going to be in a fair bit of trouble. But if it decides to set up Swords Dance instead, then this could be beneficial. Gone for the Play Rough. It does land, and that is Dragonite gone. Okay, so it's level pegging right now. This is tense. But it's also a Life Orb set as well. Life Orb on the Mimikyu, it's a lot of damage. So what is going to come out here? There are a few Pokemon here capable of doing some super effective damage. This Mimikyu Seismitoad has poison moves. Weavile is a good option here. Weavile will outspeed a Mimikyu. This Weavile, a very, very new addition to the Shogun team. And it's done bits. It's definitely done bits. So it has Beat Up, Hone Claws, Fake Out, and Triple Axle. Now Fake Out can't be used because Mimikyu is a ghost and won't be impacted. Weavile can use Beat Up there. Now Beat Up is a multi-turn move. However many healthy Pokemon you have in the team will decide how many hits it does. Everyone in the team jumps in and beats up the opponent, and it does tiny bits of damage, but it's super effective against Mimikyu, and Mimikyu is not going to enjoy this. So Mimikyu goes for the Swords Dance, thinking that it would have survived a single hit, not expecting the multi-turn attack. And now the second beat up is going to take this out because Mimikyu does not have any additional speed unless it's got a priority move here. A priority move could change things here. +2 on the Mimikyu. But as it stands, without that, Weavile is going to do bits here. And yep, Weavile goes in for the beat up. And that is Mimikyu out of there. Okay. Interesting. What is next? Weavile is a bit of a glass cannon, but with its speed and its high attack, it does have good sweeping potential as well. It's a very, very fast Pokemon. And with access to moves like Beat Up and Triple Axle, there is the opportunity there to deal some serious damage. Now, the Cinderace here is a very quick, very powerful Pokemon, and it's a great matchup against a Weavile. So there's no way that Weavile should really stay in there unless it's really certain of taking the speed tie. But Shogun decides to swap out there, swaps out of Weavile, and goes into the big lass, Seismitoad. And the Pyro Ball is going to miss as well. So that is a free swap in there for Seismitoad. Seismitoad's in a very good position here. Now, the Liquidation could be a very, very good move here. It's going to hit pretty much anything quite hard unless the Lapras swaps in on this. Depending on what they're expecting. So the withdraw, definitely, that Cinderace was never going to stay in there. So they've gone for the Lapras. So Liquidation has a good chance of dropping the defense, and if this Lapras is a weakness policy set, it won't be triggered. Now Dynamax is already gone, so this Lapras can't use Gmax Resonance. So what is this Lapras going to have in the tuck now? So all goes for Freeze Dry, which is super effective against water types, and that is going to take the Seismitoad out. Did not foresee the Freeze Dry coming, And Lapras has completely changed the momentum of this battle now. He's going to completely change the momentum of this battle. This is interesting. How do we get rid of this Lapras? Now, Ferrothorn could be a good option there. There's also Grimmsnarl as well. And Grimmsnarl is the choice that has been chosen. So, Grimmsnarl against Lapras. How do we play this? Well, first off, it looks like a light screen is going to get put on the field. Reset those screens up there. The light screen is going to half all damage from special attacks, which Lapras is pretty much restricted to. It does have access to some physical moves, but Lapras is very much a special attacker. So Grimmsnarl can stop that, or at least slow the amount of damage and effect that Lapras can have. Now, of course, this Lapras is known for landing sheer colds as well. So we could be in trouble here. We could definitely be in trouble. This Lapras is the lucky Lapras. Has landed 4 sheer colds in a row before. So we don't want that. So here we go. Light screen, it's up. And the sparkling aria here. Now Grimmsnarl should be able to take that, and it does. That's looking like a 5-hit KO. So Grimmsnarl's in a good position there. Now the Sucker Punch or the Spirit Break, which one? Spirit Break can lower the special attack stat of Lapras. Sucker Punch guarantees some priority. And the Sheer Cold missed. That would have been nasty. That would have been nasty. Now, if they're going for Sheer Cold, there's no point in trying to lower that special attack, because Sheer Cold is just going to do 100% damage if it hits regardless. So the Sucker Punch there getting those hits in, and the Thunder misses as well. So the Sucker Punch here should finish it off. The Sucker Punch always goes first as long as the opponent is readying a physical or a damaging attack, should I say. So they swap out, and in comes Gengar. Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting here. Now, Gengar, of course, is a very, very powerful Ghost-type Pokemon. And the Gengar's going for Nasty Plot there to boost its special attack. And Shogun predicted that there might be some kind of setup there, so Spirit Break to drop the special attack of the Gengar. Now, of course, Sucker Punch doesn't... Spirit Break doesn't have priority. So if Gengar does attack first, there is still the... there we go, the Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave lands, and that is going to be a clear KO there. Gengar, of course, Ghost and Poison. And Grimmsnarl very much weak to poison attacks. So, what is the option here now? Weavile will outspeed a Gengar. Ferrothorn was also a potential option to swap in to those poison moves. But Weavile here, yeah, Beat Up is a very, very good option on this. So let's see if this is able to take it out in one go. Gengar is, of course, weak to dark moves, being a Ghost type. Isn't the bulkiest in terms of physical. So this could go in Weavile's favor here. Weavile could do some serious damage. Let's see how this goes. What is the thought process here? So Tyro knows that Beat Up is pretty much coming his way there. Does he fancy the Gengar to survive it, or is he going to swap out into something that can take the hit and bring Gengar back in later? So the Gengar does go. And in comes the Cinderace. Okay. So Beat Up is still going to do some damage. There aren't 6 Pokemon available anymore. But it's still capable of doing a fair amount of damage there. But getting that damage done and then swapping out is probably the smart move there. Now, if the Cinderace goes for a fighting move, which would be 4 times effective, swapping into Dragapult would mean that it would do 0 damage. Obviously, fighting attacks can't hit ghosts. If it goes for a fire-type move, it will be resisted. Now, Dragapult is not the tankiest, but it would survive, for example, a Pyro Ball here. So, either way, Dragapult is a smart swap here. So, Weavile not staying in there. And out comes Dragapult. And let's see what he went for. He did go for the Pyro Ball. So either way, Dragapult was the smarter of the potential options available there. So what is Dragapult going to go for now? Oh, hovering over that Dynamax button. Dragapult in Dynamax is a scary prospect. Very good for limiting the ability of the opposition just by nature of the moves that Dragapult gets. He's not so much a Pokemon that boosts its own stats, but lowers the stats of the opponent with a typical Dragapult set in Dynamax. For example, Max Wormwind, which is the Max Dragon move, lowers the opponent's attack, which is what they've gone for here. So let's see, because at the moment, as it stands, Tyrone is probably slightly in the lead on HP here. Probably won't be the case when this Dragapult lands this hit, but is Tyrone going to swap into something else here? Or... Ooh, let's see what he's going for. Okay, so he stayed in. Does Cinderace survive this hit? Of course, Dragapult being in Dynamax gives it some extra bulk. And also twice as much HP as it had at the time of the switch. Or it would be if this had a Dynamax investment, which it doesn't. So the Max Wormwind there, big damage, and that is Cinderace gone. The Fire Nation has been defeated by the Ghost of the Avatar. Let's see. Let's see what's next. What does he go for now? Because he's low on options here. So, of course, this Lapras. Now, if Lapras was able to attack first, it would be a problem. However, Max Wormwind should get rid of this. And that is gone. That is gone. And Shogun is pretty much in a commanding position here in the very late stages of this battle. If it goes to timer, he wins. There's also not a whole lot that can be done in terms of damage here. So now the Gengar didn't know that there was a Max Darkness on this Dragapult. This Dragapult's also got beat up, and that is getting out of there. That crit probably didn't matter. And Dragapult does his business. So there's only one thing left, and it is the Garchomp. Now, Garchomp's fast, but not as fast as Dragapult. So Dragapult is going to get that hit off with the Dragon Darts, and of course, even if there is a sash on this, it doesn't matter. It's a multi-hit attack. So there's the first one. Is that going to go over half? It's going to go close. Is that second one? It is super effective, and it gets rid of the Garchomp, sorry, and Dragapult 2 weeks in a row sweeps to victory, and that is a win for Shogun Ash. Yes. That was a really tense battle. But yes, Dragapult makes for a phenomenal sweeper. Yes, incredible Pokemon there. He's done well, and my run over Tyrone continues. I don't know how, because it is a problem, but somehow I've managed to continue, and I got the victory there. So awesome stuff. But can we get some GGs as well for Tyrone, who battled phenomenally and gave me one hell of a headache there. Oh gosh, right, I need to get a drink down me. So, before we get into the second battle, I have some good news for you guys. For those of you who do battle, there is the opportunity to get a free weakness policy by way of the code. Well, the code function in Pokemon Sword and Shield. There is a Cerebi link to it, and just as I try to find it, my internet starts running slow. But I'll just go into the news page, and I'll drop that code for you guys. Yeah, it is a mystery gift. It's just a free weakness policy. Now, for those who don't know, weakness policy is an item that you use if you're confident in your ability to survive an attack, a super effective attack. If you get hit with one, you get hit with a move that does either 2 times or 4 times damage to your Pokemon, and you survive, you get a boost in both attack and special attack. So it's good to put on bulky Pokemon, survive the hit, and then start bullying. It's really, really good. So I'm going to find that link for you guys. Give me 1 second. I should have had it up and open. There we go. And I'll also have some wild area news for you guys as well. But let me get this weakness policy. Don't tell me they've left it right at the bottom of the page. Where are we? Where is it? I just had it. Oh, there we go. Right, so here we go. I'll put the whole thing in there, but the code will be right at the end of the message. So there you go. The code was given during the Pokemon Players Cup 3 stream. This code allows for all players to receive a weakness policy and runs only until April 26th. So get it while you can. The code is WPF1NAL-SPC3. So basically, WP Finals Players Cup 3. So copy that, write that down. It only lasts for a few more days, literally 3 more days, and you can get yourself a free weakness policy. Stick that on a bulky Pokemon. Don't put it on a Lapras, because I just don't like Lapras with weakness policy. It's my nemesis. But yes, that is a code there for you. It's there in the chat and on screen. That there is going to get you free weakness policy, one of the best items in the game if you are brave enough to use it. It's definitely a high risk, high reward item. Very, very good. So enjoy. Also, the wild area news. So for the next few days, Ice-Cube, which is the penguin Pokemon with the ice cube for a face, will be showing up in Dynamax raids. The code isn't working for you. I haven't tested the code out, to be fair. It's just on Cerebi, which is normally a very reliable source. Oh, did you type it in wrong? You put I instead of 1, didn't you, or something? But yeah, there you go. Yes, Ice-Cube, the penguin Pokemon, is available in Dynamax raids. It's going to run up until Sunday. So get involved in that. It's going to run up until basically as midnight ticks over into Monday. That is when it will end. So make sure you get that. Dynamax Pokemon typically have very good stats. They tend to have hidden abilities if there are any available. I don't think Ice-Cube has a hidden ability. In fact, I can check that for you guys now. I'm pretty sure Ice Face is its only ability because it's the whole point of the Pokemon. But if it does have a special ability, it will have one. No, it's just got Ice Face, but it will have very, very good stats, which is great for breeding as well. Even if you don't want to Ice Q anything that's in its egg group. It's in the Water 1 and Field egg group, which are very, very big groups with a lot of good Pokemon in. And it will also have access to potential egg moves as well. Its egg moves on Ice Q are Aqua Ring, Belly Drum, Double Edge, Head Smash, Icicle Crash, and Soak, which are all really, really good moves. So go and get yourself an Ice Q, go do some raids. I might do a raid stream tomorrow or on Sunday to get some Ice Q raids with you guys, and see if we can get any good ones with some great stats, things like that. But yeah, go get yourself one of those. There is, for the Pokemon Go players, if for some reason anyone that's watching the stream right now is going to be in Japan, we've got a special event on there where you can get Unknown, Sableye, and a couple of other Pokemon as well. So that is pretty much your Pokemon news for today. So, oh, OG, you've been wanting an Ice Cube. Okay, it'll be interesting to see how you use that. Definitely. You bullied Ravi into trading one. Speaking of Ravi, his battle against Roy is up next. So let's get into that and cheer on your favorite competitor. Let's get into this. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. So Roy against Ravi, always very, very good battles. Very, very good battles. I haven't seen how this plays out, so I'm looking forward to this. So, Ravi starts out with a Toxicroak, and we're watching from Roy's perspective as he sends out Galarian Slowking. Okay, interesting start here. 2 poison types, 1 psychic and 1 fighting. You would think that Galarian Slowking would have the big advantage here, but Ravi has stayed in and gone for the Swords Dance. A psychic attack could do a problem here. Go for Eerie Spell here, and that does massive, massive damage, but that is why Ravi stayed in there. He's got a Focus Sash on there. Swords Dance loses a lot of power points because of the Eerie Spell, but Ravi is now in a position to potentially do a lot of damage. If he hits with a Dark move here, that could be Galarian Slowking out of it. Gone for Baton Pass instead. Okay, that's also a good move. It's also a good play there. So let's see what he's passing those attack boosts into a Tyranitar. Okay, that is interesting. Tyranitar lets out the Sandstream and starts out a Sandstorm that would do damage to every Pokemon on the field that isn't a Rock, Steel or Ground type at the end of every turn. So, Future Sight lands in. Now, if Ravi can keep that Tyranitar in play, that's going to be a wasted Future Sight as Roy looks to swap. There's really nothing you can do against the Tyranitar with that. So the swap is smart. And, ooh, okay, into the Swampert. Now Tyranitar +2 in attack, goes for the Earthquake and still does a fair bit of damage. Now, who would have the speed advantage here? I would think it might be Swampert, only just. Tyranitar's not the quickest. It's not completely slow. But this could be a forced swap here. Ravi's not going to want to swap out. But I don't think Tyranitar learns Baton Pass. So he's going to have to try and take this out, which he could. Another Earthquake would get the job done. But is he going to outspeed this Swampert, who can do super effective damage 6 ways to Sunday? Could do it with a water move, could do it with a ground move. Swampert even has access to fighting moves, I do believe. Brick Break, things like that. So definitely a sticky situation for Ravi here. Ravi's giving this a lot of thought here. He has gone for the withdraw. He has gone for the withdraw and swaps into Lapras. Now let's see what this is. So Hydro Pump, okay, and it would have landed as well. So Lapras soaks that up and is absolutely fine there. So Lapras also takes the Future Sight as well. That's a very good play by Roy, forcing him out. Very, very good play there. So now Lapras taking a lot more damage than it would have done in this situation. So let's see what happens here. So now Fighting Move is going to come in and Lapras sets up the Life Dew. That Lapras outspeeding. Unless, does Life Dew have priority? I'm actually not sure there. Either way, Swampert goes for a body press there, and that would have taken the Lapras out had it not used Life Dew. So is Lapras going to be stuck now in a loop of using Life Dew? Or is it going to have to swap out again? Now, of course, Swampert is a very difficult Pokemon to beat, especially if you don't have access to a grass move. It's got a relatively decent speed, good offense, good defense. Just a great Pokemon all around. The Ice Beam there, I was going to say it doesn't do much damage, but it freezes Swampert solid, and suddenly the momentum has shifted. What can Swampert do here? Swampert needs to thaw out quickly because Lapras will get rid of it in the next 2 turns. Another Ice Beam won't kill it straight out, but 2 will. So Roy stayed in here, ready to body press as soon as he thaws out. This is tense stuff. This is very, very tense stuff right now. So Lapras goes for another Ice Beam. And that has got into Red Health, and it is frozen solid. That is going to be Swampert gone. That is going to be Swampert gone, but what could he have really done there? If he swaps out and comes back in and it stays frozen, I don't think the freeze timer resets on swap-ins, but even still, you're still gambling at that point. You wouldn't want that to be your last Pokemon. So he's just taken the hit. Swampert's gone, and Ravi has played his way out of what was quite a nasty situation. It was a very nasty situation there. He's played his way out of that brilliantly. So what is the next move here? So the Slowking comes back. Potentially one that we could say might be Roy's ace, maybe? So Pokemon is very fond of. So let's see how it factors in against this Lapras. Both of these Pokemon able to tank a special attack pretty well. Let's see if this Ice Beam can get another freeze. Oh, it doesn't. And now the Sludge Wave. This should hit relatively hard. It does. Both Pokemon still survive. So it is a Life Orb set on this Galarian Slowking. Okay, what is the Lapras play here? So Lapras goes for Surf. Okay. So it's going to go for the damage. It's not going to do a whole lot of damage there, unfortunately for Ravi. And the Sludge Wave is going to land and take out the Lapras. The Lapras did a great job, though. That Lapras did a very, very good job. Because that was a situation that could have gone very badly for it. That freeze, mwah, we love to see it. But now Roy has managed to get some momentum back on his side. It's an interesting situation though, because Galarian Slowking is quite slow. Well, very slow, as is its gimmick. So it will be... Ooh, up against the Tyranitar. Okay. So, he's forced the switch there. And, okay. Into R9 the Cinderace. Now, this is a very, very good Cinderace that's caused problems for a lot of people. But he swapped into an Earthquake. And it's out of there. Swapped into an Earthquake and he's out of there. Ravi predicted the switch, didn't go for the crunch, which we all expected. He went for the Earthquake instead, which would have been super effective anyway. And completely wrecks. Completely wrecks that Cinderace. Now Excadrill's here. Excadrill and Tyranitar are an interesting matchup for each other. Both could take each other out in one hit here. I would imagine Excadrill will be the faster of the two. And we've got a Dynamax on this as well. Okay, so Tyranitar has stayed in here into what is almost certainly going to be a Max Quake every time. And it does, and it outspeeds, of course. And Tyranitar is not going to survive that unless it's got a sash on it. I can't see actually. No, he doesn't. Yeah, Excadrill is weak to ground. It's ground and steel. So both Pokemon would have died to an Earthquake there. Almost certainly. So, ooh, okay. This is a good swap in here. So, this Excadrill has got +1 in special defense because of the Max Quake. It's going to get outsped by Inteleon. Inteleon's a very fast Pokemon. Incredibly quick. Oh no, is this Choice Scarf? This might be a Choice Scarf here for the additional speed. We did not see that one coming. Inteleon ordinarily would have absolutely outsped that. Is Dynamaxed with a choice item here. This is big plays here from Roy. King's Rock. Oh, Sandrush. Okay, that makes sense. I was going to say there's no way it should have won that speed type. Sandrush makes a lot of sense there. Roy doing absolute bits there. Can we get some GGs in the chat for Roy? Because what a play. That should have been game over. And all of a sudden now, he's completely clearing this. How does Ravi get back into this? So the Max Quake's going to take out... Ravi has been the architect of his own downfall here by setting up that Sandstorm with Tyranitar. And now +3 in special... Is that +3 in special defense? Did you go for 3 Max Quakes there? There's at least 2. Either way, very, very bulky in special defense. And now this Malamar. The Malamar that gave me some problems when I played Ravi in the match that corrupted. So Malamar, of course, has Topsy-Turvy, which completely reverses stat changes. So Roy's gone for the Rock Blast here. And Malamar's gone for a Switcheroo instead of a Topsy-Turvy there. Interesting decision. Giving it the lagging tail. Okay, so now that is going to move last every single time. Excadrill is going to move last every single time now. And Malamar's going for a superpower here, which is going to do big damage. Not enough though. But it does get a boost, gets an attack boost and a defense boost. So now those Rock Blasts are going to do even less. Only gets 2 of them twice in a row. That is bad luck there for Roy. The odds of that are very, very slim. Very, very slim. So, swapping into the Magnezone. What is the Magnezone play here? It's swapping into a fighting move. I don't know what the Magnezone play is here. What's it got? So it goes for Volt Switch just to get some damage in. But that is in trouble when it comes back. So what is he swapping in? Oh, it's swapping into the Excadrill. I would have swapped into the Ghost, into the Corsola. Because he was obviously going to go for superpower there. Whereas Corsola wouldn't have taken any damage from it being a Ghost type. Of course, now a Dark move at +3 attack is going to completely take Corsola out. But he would have had a safe swap in and could have maybe done some switch plays. Let's see how this ends up though, because I might not see the long-term vision here. If he gets the Volt Switch, that Volt Switch could take it out actually. He does, he gets rid of the Malamar there, okay. We might be onto something here. Ravi has definitely turned the tides of his battle, but it's still anyone's game. And he's got rid of Malamar to be able to bring Slowking back in. Interesting. Okay, so what is his play against Charizard here? Okay, so he's going for the Psychic move. Oh, Charizard's Dynamaxing. This is not going to be fun. So, Charizard here in Gigantamax is problematic to say the least. Now, Galarian Slowking can still take... oh, Max Quake is not fun. I was going to say it can take most special moves, and it does, to be fair. Charizard puts itself in a good position of boosting its own special defense in the process. So the Future Sight's going to hit whatever is still in 2 turns. But I would imagine at this point Charizard is going to take this out. So it goes for another Max Quake there. And I think we can safely say that Slowking is going to go down. And +2 defense on a Gigantamax Charizard is a scary sight. So out comes the Magnezone, which probably outspeeds Charizard, right? Is he going to go for another Volt Switch? Probably the best gamble, I guess. And Charizard does outspeed. Oh, and the G-Max Wildfire is going to be a problem for anything else that swaps in as well. Okay, so next up is Corsola, right? So Charizard takes the Future Sight attack, but it's in Dynamax, so it doesn't take it particularly badly. And this is tense. This is so tense. I'm pretty sure Ravi wins this, but let's have a look. Both down to the last. It's down to the wire. Of course, though, this Corsola does have Ancient Power. 4 times super effective. Oh, Flamethrower on the Curse Body. Oh, Whirlpool as well. In fact, this Corsola's moveset is conducive to fighting a Charizard. So both Pokemon taking additional trap damage at the end of the turn here. Oh, we could be seeing some stall here with the Strength Sap. Charizard's physical attack not massively high, but high enough to heal. And the Dragon Pulse here, not going to do a whole lot. He doesn't have anything super effective against this Corsola. And that is where this Corsola becomes a complete wall. With the Eviolite set, which boosts its defenses. If you have a super effective move against this Corsola, you can take it down. It's Hot Knife through butter. If you don't, it is a complete brick wall. Absolute complete brick wall here. I think Roy might be able to win on HP here. I don't think Ravi's going to be able to take it out quickly enough. Now the Hex there doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Those G-Max Wildfire Flames are going to peter out within the next turn or two. Whirlpool might last a turn longer, I would imagine. but Roy's in a better position here because he has access to recovery. Air slash nearly did it with the crit there. That crit was very important, but the strength sap's going to get it back up. Charizard still has decent natural physical attack. So there's a fair bit of healing going on here. Now, Charizard can use Flamethrower again, but I'm not sure it's going to do a whole lot here. So he's gone for the Flamethrower. He'd need a burn. He doesn't get it, and Strength Sap is going to heal Roy up again. And Ravi's got to hope that Whirlpool has stopped. If Whirlpool, it has stopped just in time. Okay. So Charizard goes for the Air Slash here. Doesn't get the crit. And Whirlpool back in, and that is pretty much game over. And there we go. Charizard hurt by Whirlpool and fainted. What a battle. Absolutely neck and neck stuff. Can we get some GGs in the chat, please? And a big well done to Roy. Commiseration to Ravi. Phenomenal, phenomenal battle. I absolutely loved that. That was incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. In fact, yo.
GG.
Come on. Well deserved. Well deserved. That battle took so many twists and turns. There was a point where I was like, Ravi's clearing this out. Completely cleaning this team out. And then there was a point where it's like, well, boy, can't lose this now. And then at the end, I was like, Charizard against that Corsola. Surely it wins. But then I realized Charizard doesn't have any dark moves. Oh, great battle. Great battle. Roy saving that Corsola right to the end. If he'd made the sort of switch that I would have gone for, that could have turned out completely differently. So, well done, Roy. Sticking to your guns, sticking to your tactics. Well played. That definitely could have gone either way. Down to the wire. We love to see it. We absolutely love to see it. Very, very close battle. GG's again to both. And congratulations to Roy for that victory. Right. Before we get into our headline battle today, which is myself against Sean, we do have the next UPC show isn't going to be the ladder. It's going to be the Machamp tournament, which is going to be a live tournament in 2 weeks' time, at some point in the weekend. Once we complete the roster of people that are taking part, we'll find the best day and we'll announce that to you guys. So far, we have Past the Salt involved. We have OG Casual involved. He's very, very confident in himself. He says he's got his team ready. He's good. He's on crud for everybody. Ravi is also involved as well. Those are our 3 participants so far. There are still openings for that. There are also openings for potential new members to join the UPC as well. So if you're interested in getting in battles and streams and tournaments like this, please let me know. In fact, I will get the sign up form for you in the chat. Give me 1 second. The UPC has been so much fun so far. I'm really proud of just the great battles that we've been able to have with it. Like, I had the idea, I was like, hopefully, this is fun and it ends up being fun to watch. There was always a little worry in the back of my mind that what if I do this and the battles aren't exciting and it's just really dead to watch. Thankfully, it's been great. Everybody has been battling in good spirits, going for the attacking plays, going for the clever plays, the tricky tactics, all sorts, the sort of stuff we love here. And thank you guys so much. So if you want to join the UPC, click that link there. It will take you through to a MailChimp form. Just fill in all those details and we will process your application. Also, in additional news, I am going to be part of something really, really cool next week. So today is Birdkeeper Toby's birthday. If you don't know who Birdkeeper Toby is, he is a Pokemon YouTuber, one of, if not the biggest in the UK. And yeah, he's doing a birthday week stream next week. So each day he's doing a load of charity stuff. He was potentially going to join me tonight as kind of like a additional battle and an opportunity to kind of showcase him and talk about what we're doing. But obviously it's his birthday, so he can't do it today. Because we had a battle and he beat me, and today was going to be the revenge. But yes, I'm going to be on his stream on Tuesday, along with some other content creators, some Pokemon players. So myself, Timmy, Kieran, and a few others are going to be involved on the Tuesday. We're going to be checking him out throughout the week as well, and showing him some love. And we're raising money for charity as well. And he's doing awesome things. Each day he's addressing a different issue. So I think the Monday is going to be Stop Asian Hate. The Tuesday is going to be racism. The Wednesday, I think is Trans Awareness Day. I think it is one of the days that week. I think. And I'll find the whole list of things and I'll post it in the Discord. But we're going to be over there supporting what they do. I'm going to be getting in some Pokemon battles. Hopefully I get to spin Timmy again. He's going to be very, very much up for some revenge. But yeah, it's going to be great. So Tuesday next week, we're going to be over there. I'm going to stream a little bit beforehand just so I can push everyone over in the raid. But that's where we're going to be. And I'll probably be raiding him throughout the week as well, just as a thing to do. But yeah, that is what is going to be happening next week. So I would really appreciate if you guys could join me there as well and go and obviously show some love from us to them. And hopefully whilst I'm over there battling, I can make you guys proud. So also, in case you missed it earlier, there is a chance to get yourself, I say a chance, it's a 100% chance, to get yourself a free weakness policy via Cerebi. I'll say via Cerebi. The guys at Cerebi have publicized the code which was given out during the Players Cup stream. That is there in the chat. So whilst I go for a very short break before our final battle, go and put that in your Switch via the code, get yourself a free weakness policy, and use the ultimate in high risk, high reward powered items. I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. So let's get into the chat. Oji Casual says, I'm really excited about the Machamp Cup. Although it changes all the established norms. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Just a complete slugfest. I can't wait to watch it. Cannot wait. Right. So today's headline battle is the one you've all been looking forward to, waiting for. Yeah, I mean, does it need any introduction around here? We call it the Classico. It's myself against Sean, aka Pastor Salt, aka Dino Batman, aka Corey Dino, aka Triceratops, aka I'm every dino. Yeah. Him against me, mano a mano. It's tense. It's always tense. So me and Sean have a very good record against each other. It's very even in favor of Sean. He has got more wins over me than I have over him. I think probably sitting outside of training battles, I think he's 1 or 2 ahead of me. So it's close, but he's definitely in the lead in that sense. So I definitely need to pull that back, especially in terms of the UPC as well. He beat me in the final of the UPC Cup, so he is currently the cup holder as well. Yeah, so he's the guy. He's definitely the guy. I need to get some revenge on him. I don't know if this battle is going to be the one, though. He's in better form than me, although he's slipping in recent weeks. He's been slipping in recent weeks, but he's been generally in great form in the UPC. Still very high up in the overall table. But today, it's a new battle. You are not bottom of the table. Stop trying to run this. He's trying to run this agenda. He's in the bottom half. I don't think you are, actually, because of the 2 people that have dropped out. So I think you're literally just in the top half of the table as things stand. However, let's get into this battle. Let's do this. I've been on a rich vein of form recently. Started to climb back up the table. Can I continue with another win? Or am I going to fall short against the man, the myth, the legend, Pastor Salt? Let's get this one going. Remember, cheer on both competitors. Alright, so me and Sean and me, let's do this. So Sean starts out with the Grimmsnarl lead, and I've gone for Dragapult there straight out of the gate. This is an interesting matchup. Both Pokemon could be very problematic for each other. So I've gone for a Dragon Dance here, and Grimmsnarl's gone for a Taunt first, which means I can't Dragon Dance. I can't set up. Sean, of course, being hip to how I play, knows that first turn is always a setup turn. And he said, well, none of that for you, mate. None of that, get lost. And Dragapult, which has been performing so well since coming into the team, is already in a bit of a sticky situation. But that Steel Wing there does some serious damage. However, Dragapult is paralyzed, and a Fairy move would be a problem there. And the paralysis means it can't move. And the Darkest Lariat now gets that job done. Dragapult would have still outsped, but the paralysis meant it didn't manage to get that attack off. And now I am a Pokemon down, and Sean's got Grimmsnarl in play. A very, very good and powerful Pokemon, of course. Incredible utility. So what is Sean's play here? So he stays in. Weavile goes for the fake out. Gets that flinch. So Grimmsnarl goes for the Thunder Wave, and it doesn't affect Weavile. So Weavile's going to get rid of it with the triple axle there. Critical hit on the first turn. Not that it mattered. and there we go. The multi-hit from the Weavile gets rid of the Grimmsnarl. So it's one apiece here. What is coming out next? Sean giving it some serious thought here and goes for Blaziken. Okay, Blaziken's definitely problematic, especially if it's the speed boost set. It's faster and faster each turn. And opted not to get into a fist fight with a Pokemon with multiple super effective moves there. So swapped out and sent in the big lass, Seismitoad. So Blaziken goes for a bulk up there. Okay, so boosting its attack and its defense. And then the speed boost is also going to boost its speed as well. This is going to be a bit of an issue here. But Seismitoad does have power. A lot of power at its disposal. And we know Blaziken is not going to swap out after getting those boosts there. Now, does Blaziken have... Oh, what was Blaziken going for? That gave it negative priority there because Seismitoad went first and got the poison off as well. So Blaziken's now in a bit of a bad situation here. Let's see what Blaziken was going for. What did it go for? Did something miss? Blaziken didn't attack then that turn, did it? Or did I completely miss that? But Seismitoad's in a great position here now. Seismitoad could stay in and just go for another hit here. So Blaziken goes for Brave Bird. Brave Bird's going to do a lot of damage here. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. I think I missed that. Or the video cut. Or just wasn't paying attention. But there we go. So Blaziken takes itself out to Poison and Recoil. So we are now 2 each. Weavile comes back out. And Sean has gone for the Durant. Not an ideal situation for Weavile to be in. Absolutely not an ideal situation. However, the Fake Out can get the flinch. Oh, it's not going to get a flinch because Sean is going to Dynamax this Durant. And of course, you don't flinch when you're in Dynamax. So Durant is probably going to one-shot this Weavile at this point. Weavile is very much a glass cannon. One of the best, though. One of the best glass cannons out there. So Fake Out still goes first, but it doesn't flinch. And Max Steel Spike is going to do super effective damage here. And Durant takes Weavile out. That is Weavile gone, unfortunately. And it also gets a defense boost from the Dynamax move. So what is the smart play into here? Because that Durant has got a lot of coverage as well. It's quick, it's strong. Not particularly bulky though. And at this point, Shogun is looking in a bit of a sticky situation here. Grimmsnarl is going to be prone to taking super effective steel type damage. Dragonite might be the swap in here. Dragonite might be the swap in here. I think it is. So what is the play here? Now Dragonite of course has the multi-scale ability, so the first hit won't do as much damage as expected. So goes to Dynamax for the additional bulk as well. This could be a good play here. Being as bulky as possible. So all we have to do is survive the next 2 turns of Dynamax. So the Max Lightning comes in, does neutral damage, but not a lot of it. Thanks to Multiscale. Now next turn that will do much more damage. The Max Airstream here hits relatively hard and also means that Dragonite will probably go first next turn thanks to the speed boost it gets. Shellbow heals it up a little bit, not to full health though, so Multiscale will not activate. But the max airstream there again. Some additional damage and additional speed. And Durant is going to be out of Dynamax at the end of this turn. So another hit will be absolutely devastating for it. So let's see what it goes for. It goes for the max knuckle to try and boost its physical attack here. Not going to do a hell of a lot of damage to Dragonite. And it's not going to get the opportunity to attack first as things stand. So Durant now out of Dynamax. Dragonite +2 speed, looking to make it 3 here. And that should get rid of the Durant there. It did, and we got a bit of a video skip there, can only apologize. But out comes the Seismitoad here. So Dragonite is now out of Dynamax. It's used all 3 turns, but it's now +3 in speed. Now let's see what this Seismitoad has. Does Seismitoad have access? More than likely to Ice Punch. It more than likely will have Ice Punch. But do we gamble? Do we go for the dual Wing Beat and just try and get some damage? Or maybe go for the Dragon Tail if it doesn't have Ice Punch? And gamble and get rid of it? That might be the play here. So Dragon Tail will go last. Seismitoad does have Ice Punch, and that is a bad decision there by Shogun. That's a bad decision there by Shogun. So what is the play now? Grimmsnarl has got to do something here. Sean in a very commanding position in what looks like the later stages. Now the Reflect is being set up here. As Seismitoad goes for a Poison Jab as expected. And no poisoning, which is good. Okay. Now Shogun not even considering the switch here. Goes for the Sucker Punch. Doesn't do as much damage as expected there. And the Poison Jab here probably won't take it out, but could be a problem here. And there's the poisoning from it. So Grimmsnarl is definitely not going to survive the next turn. What is the play? Do you set up another screen? Do you try and get some additional damage? Sean is pretty much in absolute control of this here. Can't see what Grimmsnarl went for then. The video jumped again. I think that was a light screen. So now it is just down to this Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn against a Seismitoad. It's not a great matchup for Ferrothorn here. So this Ferrothorn set here is running Leech Seed. The Drain Punch comes in. That does not too much damage. Not too much damage. Seismitoad's going to get some healing off of that though. As Ferrothorn's Iron Barbs do some additional damage. And so now Ferrothorn goes for the Leech Seed to get some health back as well. So Ferrothorn, quite a bulky Pokemon there. Also has some physical offense available to it. So there we go. Some healing as well. And Ferrothorn back to close to full health here. So it's a good start to proceedings. There's still a few Pokemon to get rid of though, so it's going to be a sticky one. So now Ferrothorn going for the Ingrain, which it might as well do. There's no other Pokemon to swap to. Seismitoad swaps out, which puts Ferrothorn in a position to get a free Ingrain there. So Ferrothorn will heal back to full HP this turn. So Altaria, problematic to say the least. But now Toxic. Most Ferrothorns don't have Toxic. It is a move you do need to breed for. Now it goes for Cotton Guard here. Boosting its physical defense. But Ferrothorn goes for Toxic, which completely ignores defensive stats and progressively drains HP from the opponent. So Altaria now is a ticking time bomb here. But is there enough time left in the battle to play this sort of game? Altaria now dragon dancing here. I wonder what move this Altaria is going to go for. So it's boosted its attacking speed. Ferrothorn now going for the Leech Seed as well. So Altaria taking 2 lots of damage every single turn. One of those is going to be healing Ferrothorn as well. This is very much a race against time here. Shogun's in an interesting position where potentially could sneak this, but it's highly unlikely. Seismitoad could take it out with an Earthquake. Altaria's also got Earthquake here. How much damage is this going to do? Not a lot. Altaria obviously not a physical attacker. And this Ferrothorn is built quite bulkily. So it's going to heal that all the way back up. 3 lots of healing each turn as it stands. And Altaria taking damage from Toxic and Leech Seed here. So the Reflect is gone now, so Ferrothorn's going to start taking proper damage. Another Earthquake from Altaria here could be quite devastating. Earthquake, of course, doesn't miss unless Evasion has been played. So it's a pretty safe move here. It's a pretty safe move. So Altaria swaps out. And in comes Toxtricity. Toxtricity, of course, can't be poisoned by being a poison type. I decided to waste the Ingrain as you can only ever use it once anyway. Save the power points of other moves. So Toxtricity is going to go for a Boom Burst here. Not very effective on a Steel type. And the high special defense on this Ferrothorn is keeping it alive here. And the Leech Seed doesn't land. That's frustrating to say the least. Now Toxtricity doesn't have to touch Ferrothorn. It has access to a lot of very good special attacks. What is the play here? So another Leech Seed here. So Toxtricity is going for Hex. Hex might do a fair bit of damage, and it does. That could be problematic here. Leech Seed still not landing. This is a problem. Can we heal up enough at this point? So Leftovers and Ingrain not healing me up to full health. We're gonna need Leech Seed here. So Hex is probably going to be the death of this Ferrothorn here. And Sean's been playing with his food here. He knew he had Toxtricity in the tuck. But we do get the Leech Seed off now. So Toxtricity is going to start healing more. And... no, sorry. Ferrothorn's going to start healing more. Toxtricity is going to start taking damage. This is a HP race at this point. So the final move of the 4 is the Power Whip. He's taken out Toxtricity, swapped into Seismitoad into a Power Whip here. If this lands, Seismitoad is gone. It does land. That is a massive hit. Seismitoad is absolutely out of there now. And suddenly things have changed because we have Altaria, who is under toxic poison and almost destined to die. And if we can get a Leech Seed on either Pokemon, they will probably die before the battle runs out. And Ferrothorn will have more HP. As I don't think either of these Pokemon have access to recovery here. So Ferrothorn is now switching this battle completely on its head. Completely on its head. So Toxtricity is going for the Hex. The Hex does fairly big damage here. Fairly big damage here. But now Ferrothorn is going for the Leech Seed, and it has landed first time. So now Toxtricity is going to get those 3 turns of healing. Let's see where this gets it back up to. Because if it can overheal on the Hex, I don't think it's going to. Let's see. Oh, it heals close to what Hex does. If not just about the same. So Hex again. Yeah, Ferrothorn's healing more than Hex does. And now the Power Whip can do some damage. It's not going to be very effective, but it's enough. Whilst that Leech Seed continues to sap away as well. And Ferrothorn is now in an incredibly commanding position here. And that is some more good healing there. Leech Seed taking away more health from this toxicity. And Ferrothorn is back at full HP. There's nothing that Hex can do at this point. There's 2 minutes left. As it stands, I think Sean is currently winning on HP. But for how much longer? Ferrothorn is going to be at full HP. There's no two ways around that. Ferrothorn is going to be at full HP. If you can get rid of this toxicity in the next 2 minutes, this is a win. If you can do enough damage to this toxicity, this is a win. As long as it doesn't get like a critical hit. A nasty critical hit right now would completely kill this. But Ferrothorn right now standing very strong. If toxicity was a physical attacker, it would have been dead by now with the iron barbs. That is definitely saving grace right now, the ability to not make contact. But it also is not doing any net damage. This Ferrothorn is taking it down. It's down to the last minute now. And Ferrothorn's going to go for the Power Whip. And it gets rid of the toxicity. And now it's just Altaria. If this Altaria's got Roost, this could go completely down to the wire. If this Altaria has Roost, this could be so sticky. The last 30 seconds or so. Oh, it's got Natural Cure. It got rid of its Toxic. So it's gone for Cotton Guard here. I imagine it's got Body Press on this. So if Ferrothorn does land the Toxic again, so it's going to take some damage at the end of the turn. Maybe Leech Seed might have been a better decision there. To do damage and heal back up. But Ferrothorn is going to get back to full HP here. And that is the end of the battle. There's not going to be another turn here. The timer is hit down to 0. And Shogun Ash has managed to get the win over Sean. Can we get some GGs in the chat for both competitors, please? Can we get some GGs in the chat? What a battle. What a turnaround. How many twists. Incredible stuff. Big GGs.
GG.
And commiserations to Sean. Great sport. Great battle. And a great team as well. Very, very good team. That was incredibly hard. I think literally any Pokemon other than Ferrothorn dies there. Anything other than Ferrothorn dies, and Sean wins that battle. That is a very new addition to the team, and it paid off, and it felt good. It definitely felt good, but that was such a close battle. Yeah, GG's again, and well played, Sean. Really, really well played. Ferro coming like Corsola. Listen, that's probably the bulkiest Pokemon I've ever built. Bulkier than Shuckle, easily. It has a glaring weakness, obviously being a Ferrothorn, but once that weakness is eliminated, it has one weakness, one glaring weakness, and one annoying wall. Other than that, it's really, really useful and really annoying as well. Coming in like Toxapex, yeah, it was built in the same spirit as Toxapex, definitely. They do make an amazing team. But yeah, that was a really great battle, worthy of being a headliner. So yeah, incredible stuff. So I now need to update the table. I want to do this live, of course. and then I'll update it on screen for you guys. But that was fun. How have you guys enjoyed today's battles? I hope you've enjoyed today's show. I certainly have. I've obviously had a great time. I got 2 wins. But even regardless, those were really, really fun battles to be a part of. Every battle's been great tonight. I agree. I agree. Right, let's get these matches in. So, first match was myself against Tyrone. I'm only interested in the top spot at the moment. This guy. I actually forgot the final score of me versus Tyrone. Let me just watch that back on my end. Which has been your favorite battle tonight? Myself versus Tyrone, Roy versus Ravi, or myself versus Sean. 3 incredible battles. Again, another situation where I think any of them could have been a worthy headliner. Let's see how that ended. 6-3. That's a better result than I thought it would be. Cannot complain about that. Next up was Roy and Ravi, which was a 6-5. I know that one. And then it was myself against Pass of Assault, which, despite me winning, the score was actually 5-5 because I won on HP. I mean, the match isn't like a forfeit in that situation. It wasn't like a challenge match or anything like that. So the match just doesn't get entered in, and it's fine. Yeah, definitely don't want you giving away points like that. Nah, like, listen, when you've got time to battle, you battle, yeah? You don't have to be sacrificing points. And especially as you've definitely shown that you can come in and get wins against absolutely anyone in this ladder. So we're definitely not just having you throw away points like that. No chance. Absolutely no chance. Right, let's have ganders at the table. Ooh. I'm gonna be honest. I like the look of the table right now. Not gonna lie. It's alright what a couple of wins will do, isn't it? Right, let me get this up for you guys. What are we on? Refresh that page there. Right. So let me put this over there. So Let me make sure, yeah, you'll be able to hear me on that one. So, shall we get this table? Oh, actually, I just remembered what I need to do. Wait a second. There we go. So, the table, as it stands, is as follows. That is what the ladder table currently looks like. So, OG Casual currently at the top, joint on points with Roy. It's tight. Of course, OG Casual and Amrit didn't play their game, so that could have gone completely either way. Amrit could have taken points off him, which would have put Roy at the top, or he could have beaten Amrit and gone clear. But right now, there are literally 2 knockouts in it at the moment. Literally, that is it. 2 goal difference. Wait, did you play your game this week? Oh, I haven't put your score in. I have not put... Message me your score right now. Message me that score, blood. Because that changes the table. That changes the table. But as it stands, of course, Dark Ox Plays is no longer part of the UPC. Neither is Glint of Silver. So that puts me in 3rd place. I'll take that. I'll take a 3rd place all day, every day. Kieran also not part of the UPC anymore. So Tyrone is in 4th. Sean is in 5th. Ravi is in 6th. And Amrit is in 7th. Alright, let me get that up. But also, I need to go and update the overall championship ladder. The all-time ladder. I need to update that. I don't know at all what this is going to look like. Why is my Discord not open? I'll do it on my tablet. 1 second, because we might be getting some additional scores coming in. Ooh, interesting. That changes things. That changes things. I will not update that ranking just yet. Let's get back to where we were. This is interesting. And of course, this is all entirely deliberate for the suspense and not because I'm horribly unorganized. So, Ravi and OG did play each other this week. And the score, well, I'll tell you the score after I update the table. Because that changes things. Another tight game as well. Oh, let's see how this table looks. Things have changed, ladies and gentlemen. Things have changed. So, OG Casual beat Ravi 6-5 which puts him back clear at the top of the table and puts Ravi at the bottom and Amrit just above. I know. Thank you for the bits, my guy. Thank you very, very much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just updating the table right now, and let me hold on. Let me get in the chat because my guy. Listen, I know. You always miss when I'm doing bits. Yeah, I won 2 matches today, my guy. 2 matches against 2 of the best as well. But yes. As it happens, OG Casual is top of the table, followed by Roy, followed by myself. I've literally come from the bottom of the table now up into 3rd, which I'm very happy about. Then Tyrone, then Sean, then Amrit, then Ravi. Cool voice at the bottom. You guys literally fighting to be as low as possible. Sean trying to get in there as well. Yeah. Yeah, absolute changes on the table right now. Love that. Love to see it. So, now that I've put that in, I need to update the overall table. And see what that looks like. And I will bring that in for you guys to see once it's updated. Ooh. Pretty much. Oh, it's not quite the same as that table, so I will show it to you. Okay, give me 1 second to bring that in for you guys. Right. Here we go. There we go. So, as it stands, OG Casual is at the top. Roy is 2nd. I am in 3rd. Sean is in 4th. Of course, he won a tournament, so that has given him additional points. Tyrone in 5th. Amrit in 6th, Ravi in 7th. We need to remove Glint of Silver from this. I feel if you battled a retiree, your points should be deducted. Nice try. Nice try. But no. Yeah, so it's looking very interesting in the table right now. The overall points right now, the best person, if you guys were ever to start issuing challenges, which of course you can do right now, is the best person to challenge right now would either be Roy or OG Casual. Those are the people you'd get the most points from in the overall. In the ladder, it's literally just based on wins and losses. So, for example, the biggest change in points would be if Ravi, well, Ravi can't challenge OG Casual, he's too far away in the table. But if Sean was to challenge OG Casual, he would gain a lot of ladder points and he would leapfrog me. What in the Super League rules is this? So, there are 2 different ranking structures. So the ladder has its own points total. And then there is the overall one for everything within the UPC. So the UPC Cup counts, the Machamp tournament counts, the Monotype tournament will count into that. That's a collection of every single battle that has ever been played in the UPC. So that's an overall all-time challenge. All-time table, should I say. Yeah. As an ESL out here. Listen, this thing's wavy, innit? Right, so the final bit of today, before we head out into a raid, is to have a look and decide what Pokemon is getting MVP this week. So, my personal shout would probably be for either Corsola or Ferrothorn, which would be, I think both of them used bulk really, really well today. Dragapult did come in clutch, but I don't think it was as clutch as those two. Lapras was good. Lapras was good. If someone doesn't respond, do you get the point? No, you can't challenge the people that aren't in. But if someone backs out of, if someone that is active in the UPC backs out, there are rules about that. I posted those in the Discord, so go check those out. We're saying Ferrothorn. I think Ferrothorn's a good shout. Ferrothorn did really well and clutched up. Lapras has got a couple votes as well. Lapras is always good. Kai saying Ferrothorn as well. We're looking at Ferrothorn. I think Ferrothorn's a deserving winner, to be fair. Excadrill's sandwich play is a shout. That is a shout. That Excadrill's sandwich play. That's crazy as well, because it wasn't even set up by the team it was on as well. Excadrill definitely is an honorable mention, 100%. Also, I forgot, actually, there is one more thing, but I need to activate it first. But you guys are gonna like this, definitely. You guys are definitely gonna like this. And I teased that this might be a thing previously. I did tease this, but now it's actually going to be a real thing. Let me make this thing live. Hold on. I think some of you might be able to guess what I'm doing. We shall see. You think you know? No, what's your OnlyFans? I beg to differ. Okay. Should be live. Bear with me, this is going to be worth it. Yes. Is it the animal merch? Animals? No, not that one. Bear with me. It's the underwear. You guys are ridiculous. Alright, please show off. Please show off. Okay. Unfortunately, guys, it is not underwear with my face on. But what we do now have is UPC merch in the store. And I'm going to be adding more and more ranges to that as well. At the moment, we've got t-shirts, we've got hoodies, we've got bags. I'm going to be adding new designs. I'm going to be adding new slogans. I'm going to be adding prizes in there as well. For people who do well in the UPC, I'll be sending you out special things. There will be a prize for the trainer who, in fact, I'm not going to say actually because it will incentivize people, but there are going to be prizes for performances and things like that in the UPC. Listen, I know. Listen, merch machine, you know. Merch. Come on. And also in way more sizes than before as well. Way more sizes than before. The t-shirts go from small to like 5XL. I think the hoodies go bigger as well. They go up to 2XL. Obviously, we have bags as well. We still have the eco versions of all the clothes as well, which is always slightly cheaper as well, because, you know, reward people for saving the environment. Of course, the themed merch. There is going to be merch based on people's aces in the UPC as well. So expect Garchomp. There's going to be a Garchomp t-shirt. There's going to be Dragapult t-shirts. There's going to be I don't know if anyone really wants a Ferrothorn t-shirt. But yes. Yeah, there's going to be so many different designs coming through in this range. But yes, I am launching that as of today. That has just gone live. You guys are the first people to see it. You're not getting a Venusaur merch item at all. Never, never, never. No chance. We need a red Gustavo jumper with wings on it. Oh, that would be a mad design. That would be a mad design. None of my mom gets a shirt. I'm going to race this one. I'll tell you what, I'll do a white tee with Corsola. I'm going to have to be careful about how I do these designs, because obviously Pokemon designs are copyrighted. So I'd have to be very, very careful about how I go about it, but I will do it. But yeah, there's things I'm going to be playing, other items as well. Yeah, just cool Pokemon related stuff that's not going to get me sued, basically. Corsola is grey as it's dead. Yeah, but then if I do it grey, if the T's grey and then the Corsola is grey, you're not going to see the Corsola? Yeah? Listen. Focus, blood. Don't do no Garchomp merch. Listen, I want a Garchomp t-shirt. Are you mad? But yes, there is now the UPC range of items with some different items that aren't in other ranges as well. So go check them out. I'll be sending little nice keepsakes regarding the UPC for everyone that has participated as well, because it means a lot to me that you guys take time out of your days and weeks to send me videos of Pokemon battles so that I can come and talk at you lot every 2 Fridays. So I really, really appreciate you guys. The next UPC show is going to be the Machamp tournament. It's going to be an absolute slugfest. It's going to be so funny to watch. I can't wait for that. Cannot wait for that. Yeah, really can't wait for it. Of course, we have Sean, OG Casual, and Ravi already signed up and ready to take part. It's completely optional. Of course, there are prizes for it being a special tournament. Not giving that away just yet, but yes, please do consider taking part. I'll let you guys know what date it's going to be, because it might not be on the Friday, might be on the Saturday or the Sunday, depending on how it works out for everybody involved. Also, remember, next Tuesday, I'm going to be part of Bird Keeper Toby's charity streams. On Tuesday, myself, Uncle Timmy, Chocolate Kieran, and more. We're going to be on Birdkeeper Toby's channel on Tuesday, raising money for charity, playing Pokemon. Hopefully, I'm going to be spinning the block on Timmy again. Listen, he was talking the talk last time. He can't run. But yeah, please do join me for that. Like I say, I will stream just before I go over there, just to talk about what we're doing, bring everyone in, and we'll head over in a raid, and then I'll be part of that stream there. Thank you everyone that has come through. Let's find someone to raid. Let us find somebody. Let's see who's out here and what they're doing. We could raid. I haven't raided Connie in ages. And I've got to show her some love because it was her that got me fights in tight spaces. So I'm going to raid Connie. Connie is absolutely awesome. Go and show her some love. She's playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. One of the best games ever made. Connie's awesome. She's from the UK. Have I finished Fight Start Space? I haven't. I've got to the second to last level. It's difficult. I need to play it off stream. Some more. But thank you everyone for being here. Of course, being in the raid gets you 250 channel points, which is more than you get for being in here for an entire hour. So stick around. Thank you so much for being part of the UPC, either as a competitor or as a viewer. I hope you enjoyed all your battles today. Congratulations to myself and Roy for getting wins, commiserations, but also big GGs to everybody else who took part. And I will see you again in 2 weeks' time with the Mad Machamp tournament. Until next time, take care and peace. Go follow on the socials if you don't already, because man a bad man and bad man forget follows. Yeah? You're done now.